Hey you guys, namaste. This is me, Diara. Welcome to my channel. This is another pick a card reading, and tonight we are going to talk about your career and your job situation. So remember, this is an open reading, a general reading. Everyone's situation is different. I think it goes without saying, actually. I mean, you know what this is here. Um, some people would probably even say, oh, like these oracles, they're just a little bit for fun. So just take what resonates, okay? Don't you freak out over certain messages. Um, just, take what resonates. I mean, the tricky part is to know what resonates, right? I was talking about that topic in another reading already. This is the tricky part because sometimes our wishes and the reality is kind of intervening. How do you say it? I don't know. I'm not a native speaker, that I'm from Germany. But those two things, like that, the things that we wish for and the reality is not always the same. So this is why it can be a little bit tricky to differentiate between what resonates and what does not resonate. But anyways, let's get started here. This is just about job. This has nothing to do with love. Let's see. Yeah, just, like generally spoken, what should you do? What would be good for you? Maybe you have some kind of issue going on when it comes to your job situation. And now you are here just in order to find some guidance and advice and a spiritual message. Okay. This is me channeling a message for you about your job situation. Okay. So this is going to be pile number one, number two, and number three. And as always, you will find timestamps down in the description box. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Feel free to check out my website whenever you want a personal reading. You can contact me or you can just follow me on Instagram if you like. You don't have to do any of those things, of course. You can just come here and for free hear these readings. This is all good for me, okay? So let's get started. Pile number one, which is this stone here, okay? If you have chosen pile number one, what is your life purpose when it comes to your job? Ah, okay. So you are definitely a spiritual person because this card is saying that you have spiritual talents and gifts. Yeah. You can be hypersensitive. You can be some kind of a medium, you know. Um, Yeah, you are someone who is very much in touch with spirituality, spirit, the universe, God. Maybe you believe, maybe you go to church regularly, you pray, you use affirmations, maybe you know what law of attraction is and you have certain books about it. Let's see, what else? Service. Yeah, you should um, service people, like you should use your gifts. Panama one, I mean, maybe you should also be a tarot card reader. Maybe you should also start to open your own channel or to offer these kind of services. It doesn't have to be in the public. I mean, maybe you feel a little bit ashamed about it. You don't want to, like say your name in public so the whole world knows who you are. Maybe you don't want to show your face. I mean, I don't show my face usually. Sometimes I do, especially like here on YouTube when I post some yoga flows and stuff like that. But usually when I do the readings, I don't like to show my face. It's not that I'm trying to hide myself. No, I mean, you can Google me. You know that I have a website and everything. You can even come to my classes. Once you are in Frankfurt, Germany, you can join one of my yoga classes. So I'm not trying to hide myself, but and maybe this is the same for you, but still, what I can tell you here with the service card, you should really, yeah, service people in whatever way. I mean, maybe you are a nurse, maybe you are a teacher, maybe you are someone who likes to take care for others, maybe you do something in charity, like you donate money or you organize gatherings and stuff like that. Maybe you are trying to build up a community where people can speak about stuff like that, spirituality, like things like that. But you should definitely bring your talents and gifts, like being hypersensitive, being spiritual. You should really bring that to the people. Show yourself in whatever way feels good to you. Again, don't you force yourself to do something if it doesn't feel good. And also, I'm not telling you now to quit your job. I mean, if you have a solid job where you earn your good money with and you can pay your rent and everything, maybe you can do things like that just on site, like I'm doing. You all know, I mean, if you're with me already for a while, you know that I am a flight attendant. This is the job where I earn my money with. And then I am also a yoga teacher. And on top of it all, I read tarot cards. Okay. So I have kind of three different jobs. Three completely different jobs. And this is, I mean, this is also, you know, what I said um in the beginning, between wish and reality. Sometimes we have to be realistic, we have to be pragmatic. I mean, yes, it would be great to be only a yoga teacher and only a tarot card reader, but these days it's not easy, right? And I mean, you have to earn a certain amount of money. So I decided to do a little bit of everything. Yeah. And for me it works fine. So you are someone, you are a people's person, so to say. Let me say it like that. You need people around you, and you should definitely do something that has to do with service. Whether this is working in a hospital, as I said before, being a nurse or being a paramedic. This can also be like working in a travel agency. This is also service. You can be a waitress, things like that. And it would be very good for you if you are now starting to use your medial talents and gifts and your hypersensibility, or however you would like to call it. So let's say, is there any advice from spirit? Let's see what you should do. Yeah, options: Three of Wands, passion, fire. We have loyalty and crystal. Yeah, this is speaking about a new beginning. This is speaking about, the crystal is telling you that something new is about to happen. It is not yet visible for you, but I feel like universe is kind of pushing you into a certain direction. And this has to do with service and your spirituality, okay? Whatever it is. You will have the opportunities. Three of Wands is definitely speaking about having opportunities, having choices. These choices, these opportunities, they will come. They will enter your life. You can't yet see them. Maybe you can feel something, you can sense something. Maybe you have something in your head now that you think it could be, and maybe it is exactly the thing that you think it could be. Maybe it is something completely different. Maybe it's that thing and something else as well. Who knows? Because this person has options, not only one, not two, but three of them. Okay. So, and I see you looking into a very bright and fulfilled and abundant future, I have to tell you. I see you being successful and being even rich. I'm hearing rich. Yeah, you will have money. You will have the platform to show yourself and to be good to others. This is not only about money. It's not like, you know, trying to get money out of people. Being in service has to do with serving. You serve others, you give service to others. And this is something that you do because you want to do it. Oftentimes, especially service jobs, are not paid very well. By the way, interesting. Am I right? Oftentimes, service jobs, I mean, I am in a service job. Being a flight attendant is also a service job. And this is also not paid that good. I mean, it is not paid bad, don't you get me wrong here, but it's just a service job. I mean, okay, what do I expect? If I would be, I don't know, a surgeon or a manager, of course I would earn more money, but I think I would have to work a little bit more. I know that a lot of you guys who are in service, you work a lot, you have different kind of shifts, you have to work at night and stuff like that. I have to do that too. So let's don't discuss about money and who deserves what and who earns too little and who earns too much. I mean, of course, a lot of people, they earn way too much. I mean, look at all the athletes out there. I mean, they earn millions, right? Just because they can run. I mean, isn't that disgusting? But so let's don't discuss things like that on this channel, okay? But for you, coming back to your pile, you are a service people. You should give your service to others, and there will be a very good opportunity where you can, yeah, do what your heart desires, if you know what I mean, because the loyalty card is all about your heart. Yeah, and you can find and heal yourself by working with others. Mirroring is very important for you, because by working and giving service to others, you can somehow heal yourself, and you can feel that you are important and that you are precious and that you have a certain value. And again, even if you are not paid well for what you do, but what you do is because you want to do it, and it's not about money. Yeah, and you would probably even do it for free, right? Probably you are someone who would do what you love to do for free. I mean, of course, you're not doing it for free. At least I hope you're not doing it for free, but you would do it for free because it's your life passion and it's your purpose, you know? So yeah, I feel I'm seeing that a lot of good opportunities are coming. Yeah, don't you give up hope. It's worth waiting for. And there is Crystal is clearly saying, yeah, Crystal clearly saying that something good and something new is about to happen. And it is not yet visible for you, but it's coming. Believe in it, okay? So this is for pile number 1. Let's move on to pile number 2 people. If you have chosen the second pile, what's your message when it comes to your job and career and your life purpose? Yeah, you are a teacher. You are probably even a healer. You are a light worker. So we had this for pile number 1 people as well. They also have some spiritual gifts and talents. But you are a light worker and you are protected. I should tell you from spirit that you are protected and that you are guided. You will always find a way, and you should really work with light. This is about enlightenment and also, yeah, finding the right ways. Light is a symbol and a synonym for enlightenment, and enlightenment means nothing else than being able to see. Because only when you can see who you are, how you are, and when you can see what the real truth is, you can teach us and you can heal. Yeah, the first step for any kind of healing is to understand, isn't it? If you want to stop, if you want to quit smoking or whatever, drinking or whatever, first of all, you have to understand, you have to see that you have a problem. Yeah, this is the thing when it comes to light and being a light worker. Your job is to speak the truth and to teach people lessons, and coaching could be good for you. Maybe you would be a good meditation teacher, a yoga teacher, a coach. Creativity is also something that's just in your DNA. So you should definitely go with your intuition and creativity. Probably you're like, no, I'm not that creative. Not at all. But maybe this is just something hidden, something that is still hidden, but it's inside of you. Believe me. You can be creative and you have certain gifts. And again, you have to turn on the light so you can see this part of yourself. Okay? Turn on the light. This is your job. This is your purpose. Turn on the light for yourself and for others. Teaching, coaching. Again, it's always the same thing, right? When you are a coach, when you are a yoga teacher, you teach people stuff. You teach them to see, to learn, to understand, and to make something out of it. I mean, it's one thing to learn things, you know. There are a lot of good books out there. You can teach yourself via the internet these days. Pretty good, you know. There's a lot of good stuff available, even for free. But, you know, knowing is just one part. That's probably even the easiest part, you know, just knowing. It's, as my yoga teacher, Brian Kest, is always saying, he was just, you know, like in an interview, he said, like, you know what, I think I already know everything. I know this sounds a little bit arrogant, but honestly, I think I already know everything. That's the easy part. But you know what? The hard part is living what I know. That's the hard part. And that's what I'm trying to do every single fucking day. Living what I know. Yeah, and for you, this is it. This is your job. You want to walk the talk. You want to teach people how to live what they know. Yeah? Wow. This is a gorgeous message here. So, we have the world card, international business. Probably you should start to work and yeah, abroad or in an international company. Maybe this speaks also about languages, using different kind of languages as I am doing it. You know, I started my channel here with the card readings in German, and I was yeah, more or less successful. Let's say it like that. I had, well, I don't know, maybe 1,000 subscribers when I first did those readings in German. And then from one day to the other, I kind of get by from spirit, you know, like the message I should do it in English. And you can still see this very first English oracle. I was not speaking that fluently as I am right now. I mean, still sometimes I'm searching my words, but anyways. So, yeah, and this is how it goes. And now I have almost 30,000 subscribers. Help me reaching those 30,000. I would really like to have 30,000 just for myself. It's not that I'm earning money with it, but, you know, once you have reached a certain line, you always want to go further and further. And I mean, as long as I'm serving you and as long as you are, yeah, if I do good things to others by doing these free readings, I mean, why not having 30,000 subscribers? Okay. But anyway, so I do see something for you, which is kind of the same, you know, like going out a little bit more. Probably you can offer retreats somewhere else, you know, where you can combine vacations with coaching or whatever, or creative dancing, drawing, singing, you know, there are so many good things that you can do with these gifts. And somehow, I don't know, but the world is kind of important for you, you know, like work with people who appreciate what you're doing. And probably, I mean, if you live in a very small town, I don't know, I will just make up something like, you know, theoretically, you live in a very small town, let's say in Bulgaria. Nothing against Bulgaria, don't you get me wrong. I could have said something completely different, okay? But let's just go with it. You know, like hypothetically, you live in Bulgaria in a very small village with only 300 inhabitants. It would probably be good for you to go out, yeah, and to travel the world. Maybe not the world, but maybe it would be good for you to move into the capital of Bulgaria, you know, if you know what I mean. Again, no offense here to no one. It was just a random example. But I think you know what I mean. Sometimes it's important for us to move forward and sometimes even to move away in order so we can fulfill our purpose and we can be successful. Mending. Again, this is all about healing. You are a healer, you are a teacher, and your guardian angel is Francesca. And Francesca is asking you something. What is your biggest wish right now? That's your question. What is your biggest wish right now? Can you name it? Do you know what you want? I mean, some people don't even know what they want. They come here for guidance, but they don't even know what they want themselves, right? It's pretty hard to give someone guidance if they don't know what they want. I mean, if you don't know what you want, how should I know? So your job and your life purpose has to do with teaching, coaching, and creativity. You are a light worker. You could be probably pretty successful if you would travel the world and if you would use maybe different kind of languages in order so you can reach more people. And if you once you know what you want, you can visualize it, and you can use the law of attraction. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Visualize your dream, your wish, what you want, your desire, your goal, and then use the law of attraction. Focus on what it is that you want. Really be focused on what you want. Don't you expect miracles? I mean, Another reader said it once in another reading, and I kind of like this example. Some people, just imagine you are an actress, and some people, like they expect that they walk down the street, and then at the other side of the street, someone else is coming and saying, "Hey, you at the other side of the street, I want you to be in this movie." I mean, this is fantasy world. This is not happening. I mean, yes, maybe it happened to one person here in this world, maybe. But I mean, is that really realistic? Is that something that you want to wait for? That someone else is coming and discovering you? No, you have to do the work. Yeah, mending work. You have to do it step by step by step, step by step by step, one step at a time. Invest the energy, invest the effort in order so you can get what you want. Use your creativity, okay? Pile number 3. So, pile number 3. Welcome. Hello, hello, pile number 3 people. This is about your life purpose and your job. Oh, look at this. No one is going to believe that I'm pulling these cards out blindly. I don't know myself what's coming. Books, seminars, and trainings. Isn't that awesome? These 2 cards coming out together. And this is no fake here or something, right? Isn't that awesome? So you are someone who likes to learn, for sure. You are someone, yeah, here it is. You are someone who likes to learn. You are into science, learning, medicine, laboratory could be good for you, physics in whatsoever way, chemistry, you are a learner. You are a learner. You are someone who has probably a vision, and you are, someone who likes to learn. So for you, it would be good if you could add this how do you say it? If you are very much into something, in Germany we say Affinität. I don't know if there is a similar word. Let me just Google it in English. Affinity. Yeah, if you have a specific affinity when it comes to learning and doing trainings and stuff like that, also that would be something that you can offer to others, by the way. Probably there comes a point where you can share what you have learned with others. Probably you are even thinking about writing a book. Maybe not every one of you, of course, but maybe at least one person of you is thinking about writing a book. And I'm not speaking about a diary or a journal here, something personal. No, a public book. And you should do it. This, if you have been waiting for a sign whether or not to do it, this is it. This is your sign. You should definitely write this book. And you can self-publish this. Today, it's pretty difficult to find a publisher, who's doing the work for you, but you can self-publish your book. I did it myself. I wrote a book 2 years ago. It's called Yoga for Singles. It's only available in Germany. Maybe someday I will translate it into English. So far, it's just available in German. And I did it. I felt the wish. I felt the desire. Let me just quickly get the book so you can see it. So here it is. If this is something that you want, if this is something in your head, do it. Do it. And it is so, it is, for me, it is kind of unbelievable that I did it. I mean, I invested a lot of money and also time. This goes without saying, I guess. I mean, you can imagine that writing a book is nothing that happens between today and tomorrow. You definitely have to give it a time. And also you should engage someone who is double reading the book for you, I don't have the word how these people do call themselves, but there are people out there who are kind of, like checking your book, and they see if you have any kind of errors there and stuff like that, and they tell you if there is something that you should change, and yeah. So if you are thinking about writing a book, you should definitely do it. You have the affinity when it comes to books, when it comes to learning, and this is your thing. So you are someone who has no problem to work in a laboratory all by yourself. a lot of people that would freak out. They need others to talk and to chat and to, like have a coffee every hour and have a cigarette or maybe. But you are someone, for you, it's no problem. You are a hermit. Yeah, you are a hermit. You like to be all by yourself. You like to learn and you want to know because you want to know. So there is also a little bit a teacher in your character. But more than being a teacher, once again, you are a learner and someone. Yes, I mean, you, as I said, sure, you can teach others at a certain point when you have learned almost everything that about your field, whatever it is that you are interested in, whether it is physics, science, or something completely different. It can be psychology and can be yoga, whatever, spirituality. So maybe yes, for you, I do see the possibility that you can be someone who is offering trainings to other. I do definitely see it. And therefore you are a teacher as well, right? So sometimes, things are very close together. But first of all, it starts by learning. And I feel like you have also a pretty strong attraction when it comes to medicine and healing and psychology. Your oracle cards are strength, thinking. I mean, this is so funny. Yeah, as I said it, you like to think about stuff. You are a hermit. You spend a lot of time thinking about stuff, learning, reading books, yeah, teaching yourself stuff. And your guardian angel is Astara. And she said that you deserve the best. This is what she's telling you. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars. And don't you how you say it in English, no compromises. Okay, no compromises. I think for some of you this is an important message at the end here. No compromises. So if you should be in a situation where someone was offering you something and for you this offer would be a compromise, don't do it. This is a pretty strong and straightforward answer. No compromises at this point. Okay? Very important. I could say something like, don't sell yourself below price. I could say something like, watch out who you are making business with and stuff like that. But the bottom line is no compromises for the moment. Okay? Reach for the stars. You deserve only the best. And sometimes it's worth waiting. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit until your wish can fulfill. And I will give you just a very quick story. I don't want to speak too much about my personal stuff, but maybe this is giving you a little bit guidance. I'm a yoga teacher and I started to teach. I was telling this story pretty often, by the way, just quickly, okay? So I started to teach a new style of yoga and in the beginning, only a few people came. I was already pretty successful when it came to my yoga classes. The yoga classes have been always full and popular and I had only the best feedback, But then I started this new style. And all of a sudden, I had only few people. And that was quite tough for me. I mean, I was a little bit maybe, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I came from I was spoiled, yeah. I knew how it felt to have a full house class. And now standing in front of only few people, it was pretty, yeah, it was tough. But I sticked with it. I knew that this style of teaching was exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, this is the springing point here, the jumping point. The jumping point is that I kept doing what I wanted to do. No compromises. Okay, no compromises. And I stepped up. I came every single Sunday to the class and I teach my thing. And over the time, more and more people came. And this is the jumping point. This is what I wanted to share with you. Sometimes you have to give it a little bit time. Sometimes people don't understand you right away. And you have to give them a little bit time in order so they can see what is this style all about. I mean, this is just when it comes to my yoga class. But coming back to your reading, I don't know what it is, what you want to do. But I can tell you, no compromises. You earn the best, and sooner or later, you will find your soul tribe. You have to be who you are and how you are in order so these people can find you. Do you understand that? This is the message here for you. If you are acting in a different way because you think that, like, if you act like that, more people will love you or you can attract more people. Yes, maybe you can attract more people, but this is not you. They come to you because they think you are. Yeah, this is so so difficult to explain if this is not your native language, but I think you already understand what I wanted to say. My message here for you, pile number 3, is be who you are. Don't you act in a certain way just in order so you can attract more people. Yeah, be the way you are, and you will attract your soul family, your soul tribe. You will attract like-minded people who love and like exactly what you are and who you are and everything. You will attract them, but you have to stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. No compromises. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars, okay? Learn, learn, learn. Educate yourself. Yeah, this is the key for you. Educate yourself. You want to be the best in your field? Educate yourself. Make the effort. Yeah? And then you, sooner or later, because you are strong, you can tame the demon, like the little voice inside yourself telling you that no, you are not good enough, and this is not worth waiting for it, and you should change, you should be different. No, you shouldn't be different. You shouldn't change. Be strong. Tame the demon inside of you. Like the inner the voice who is always criticizing you. Stop it. Yeah? The inner critic, stop it. Don't you listen to it. Stop also being lazy. Stop being doubtful. Stop being, I don't know, negative. Concentrate on the good stuff. You deserve the best, pile number 3, okay? So I hope this reading makes sense to you. I hope I could give you a little bit of advice. And yeah, I'm wishing you all the best, you guys. Namaste.